Alright, so I'm not exactly sure what this video will be about just yet, but I have a few things to do on the car, so I figured might as well grab the camera, start recording. So, since the last video of our installation of the 268 cams, again, if you missed that video, go check it out. Love these things, and the car is starting to sound better and better. The more driving I do in the car, the more they break in, the more choppy it'll get. I've only done about 10 miles of driving so far in the car, just back and forth, kind of making sure everything's good to go. But the car is running great, super smooth up here, no lights on the dash, so all that is good to go. I did, however, yesterday find a vacuum leak. This one right here from the brake booster to the back of the intake manifold, it was cracked here, and thankfully, I have a complete spare under all this mess. A complete spare 12 valve AFP, and actually this is the line right here that broke. You can see that is a cracked section right there. So I pulled the entire piece of this one, and now we have no more vacuum leak on the car, which is great. Now, the thing I want to do today on the driver's side rear, which is this one, I'm pretty sure this caliper is dragging a bit. I drove the car this morning. When I got home, I kind of smelled the brakes a little bit. It's not a very far drive, and I had a bunch of heat from this side. So I'm pretty sure this caliper is not releasing all the way. I'm hoping it's just kind of either the e-brake cable's kind of stuck or the caliper is just being weird, but we're gonna go ahead and pull this wheel off, see if I can't work that caliper a bit, get it freed up, and then hopefully it's good to go from there. I also spent hours yesterday washing this car and waxing it, and like she's shining pretty good. I always say I hate this car because like it's so much work to upkeep the gloss black, but I mean, like, when it's clean, the gloss black, look at the reflection. I mean, the gloss black is good when it's clean. I don't know, I'm still torn on changing the color of this car because like whenever I walk out like a parking lot, I see this car, I'm like, man, the black just looks so mean. But then it gets dirty and I'm like, I hate it, I want it gone, but like, I don't know. I like it. Definitely starting to get more choppy as time goes on, which is sick. Also, this car still has a stock cat and stock downpipe, so a lot of the sound is muffled a bit. Once we have the downpipe and the high flow cat, we'll have way more sound out of the back of this car. Although, I do love how this car is not like crazy loud. It has a great tone to it, but it's not obnoxious, and I do like that. That nice little chop out of it. Such a good sound. So we'll go ahead and pull this wheel off and see what's happening with our caliper in there. Our alignment still looks to be minty fresh. Tires wearing super even, which is always nice to see. Quick look down here at our bag. Looks fine still. Airline's not getting pinched. It's always good just to double check, make sure everything's still fine, but everything looks to be in order back there, so that's all good. Let's see what's going on with this. I'm gonna hop in the car, drop the e-brake, and then maybe she's not dropping far enough. I'll have to see. I personally think this might be more of a e-brake cable issue, because when I noticed the other day, I had like this little dead section, and it used to grab like right away, but now like this section, it's kind of like there's no resistance there until like right there when it first clicks. Normally it would be like resistance right away. I think my cable on this side is sticking. Because if you guys remember, this is the caliper, or this is the side where I had stripped out the threads for the fitting. This is a brand new caliper, so I doubt this caliper is actually seized up. I really doubt it. So I think it's more so maybe my e-brake cable is getting stuck in the line, which on Mark IV is a very common thing. They kind of rust back there, so I'm gonna drop it out of here, just yank it back and forth so I can't free it up, and I think that should hopefully fix our issue. So, as you guys saw, the e-brake is down. This wheel moves no problem. This side, nothing at all. So my suspicion that our e-brake cable is froze up in the line is more than likely correct. So I'm gonna pop this out of here, just grab my vice grip, yank it back and forth, break it free, spray some cleaner down there. I have some like silicone grease we can put there as well to kind of keep it freed up, and that should hopefully fix our issue here. So there, I just lifted it up, and now this spins. So yeah, it's definitely stuck in the line. So let's pop this free. So I can get a better look at it. Oh yeah, you can see here, if you look right there towards the end, you can see where it's kind of starting to split a little bit, and that's where it's trying to get stuck in here. So I had this happen on the green Golf we had forever ago, same kind of thing. I'm gonna fix this right now and get it working, but I'll probably just order a brand new set of e-brake cables. That way I don't worry about this anymore. Let's see if we can break this thing free here. There it goes. Little by little. So there's a boot that goes on here, but water still gets down there and the metal line corrodes. So I'm gonna get some liquid like grease down in there, hopefully keep it from happening again, or at least for the time being until I get new cables on it. Yeah, I mean it moves, but it's not super easy. Got some good old WD-40 with a nice little nozzle, so we'll get some of that down there as best I can. So I can't just fill majority of the line, keep it just like lubricated in there. Be free, or be freer. All right, so right now everything is reinstalled back in its place. You can see this spins no problem. What I did is just fill the line with WD-40, and I pulled the e-brake into the car and it yanked it all the way and just worked the cable back and forth as much as possible. So hopefully it stays freed up, and the majority of the line now is full of WD-40, so hopefully corrosion wise it stays pretty clean. But like I said, move right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull the e-brake, lock it up, and then drop it. You can see how now it catches still a little bit. Let's see if I can get it to, still a little bit there, but it's catching lower than before. So let's see if it actually still moves or not, or I might need to do some more. Oh, it's still tight. So if I pull up on this, so it's still not pulling up all the way, or maybe I need like there's a spring right here that helps reset the e-brake arm right here. That might need to be a stronger one. I'll try again. Let's see. So right now, let's see when it's being reset. You can see it catches like right immediately, and then you pull it, I drop it, and then I have a little bit of slack because it's not fully reset. It's better than before, but it needs to be there. So I'm gonna work this some more, work the cable some more, maybe pull this spring out. I don't think I have like a stronger spring, but I'll see if I can't get this to work properly because we don't want our rear brake dragging like that. So I went ahead, pulled everything apart again, got as much WD-40 down the line as possible. There's just some rust in there that I couldn't get everything out, but with the e-brake dropped, now our wheel spins freely and no problem. What it'll have to be, if I feel that the e-brake itself isn't fully grabbing at the bottom, I'll have to just, stick my hand through the wheel and I can just press it up manually. Not the most ideal thing, but it will work and it won't have the rear caliper dragging. So for the most part right now it's good, but again, if I feel the e-brake not grabbing at the very bottom, I'll notice to reach through and pop it up until I have a new cable to swap in. But for the time being, it should be just fine. Okay, something I have to note really quickly because I almost just did it and I've done it before, I will admit that. If you're ever working on the back of your car and you drop the e-brake so the back can spin freely, make sure, so look, I almost just did it. Make sure you pull your e-brake before the car goes back to the ground because it will roll immediately. Again, ask me how I know, and my driveway has a nice little slant to it. Make sure if you work on the back of the car and the e-brake's down, put the e-brake back up before the car goes to the ground. Or I said I've done it before, not proud of it, but it happens, and your car will roll and run things over and you'll crack a side skirt. Something will happen. Just make sure the e-brake's pulled. Nothing worse than being like, I'm done, car's back on the ground, then it's, rolling down a wall. So just be careful. Such a great sound. Orlando, hang out with some of the friends. Not sure what I'm gonna film, but I want to at least say this part in the video. I've had a lot of people ask me how I enjoy the cam so far. I really haven't driven the car all that much just yet. This is my first time on the highway, but the car feels smooth. It feels great, honestly. In terms of actual power increase, I have no idea. I will say though, over the stock cams in like the low RPM, the car has a bit more like oomph to it, it feels like. And then also like in first gear, when you kind of rev it out a little bit, it feels like it holds the power better. Now it can be crazy, but this is how it feels in my head, and I've driven this car a lot, and it just feels a bit different. It feels like the car can breathe a bit better, if that makes any sense. But I want to get a couple hundred miles, really break the cams in before I go into like a more, I guess, full, before I give like my overall review of them. But as of right now, car sounds sick, feels great to drive. I got no complaints. We're back home. The wagon did flawless the entire drive. Again, first like highway drive up to speed, but zero issue with the car. Everything ran smooth as it should. And as you guys heard, I did a couple small pulls on the way back home. Only revved out to about 5,800, a little under 6,000. The car felt really good. Again, I haven't like dynoed the car. I don't know the exact power number increase for the 268 cams, but for my butt dyno, the car felt just quicker. Again, I can't verify that like factually, but like just I've driven this car for a very long time. I know how the car feels, and just the power band just feels way better now than before. It feels like the car breathes better and just like it keeps pulling throughout the RPM, which is cool. So I'm super hyped for that. Just with the cams, the car feels much better already, and they're just getting broken in, which is sick. The car's gonna sound better and better. And like I said, the car runs really good. I'm super excited though to get the tune on the car, the downpipe, the high flow cat. It's gonna be a spicy little daily setup. I am curious, so there's a handful of 12-valve VR6 ECU tunes you can get. If you're running one, let me know how you like it. I see the Euro Customs one. There's also a GAIAC one, and there's like one other one I've seen before as well. If you have a tune, like an ECU tune on your 12 VR6, which one are you running and do you like it? I've read a lot of reviews on the GAIAC one. People quite enjoy it. The Euro Custom one as well. Whichever, if you have one in your car, let me know and if it's worth buying it. If you enjoy it, if you had problems with it, whatever the case may be, drop a comment down below. I am very curious because I want to do that next. Have the proper tune to go with the cams and really utilize all that the cams have to offer. But with that, get on this video here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget, be thankful for every single day. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.